Manchester United's culture is under the spotlight tonight, and Michael Carrick is right in the eye of it. This isn't about statements. It isn't about PR spin. It's about what his response tells us about leadership, structure, and United's tactical identity. The story started off-field, but it ends on the pitch. When Carrick spoke publicly about pride, diversity, unity, and values, he wasn't deflecting. He was signaling something deeper. Because at a club like Manchester United, culture isn't a side-buy. It's a strategic asset. Leadership isn't just about choosing tactics. It's about steering the collective psyche. Managers don't just influence shape, they influence belief. Carrick stood in front of the media and did something rare in modern football. He framed adversity as identity, not distraction. In doing that, he gave clarity. And clarity at United has been scarce. For years, the narrative fluctuated between reset cycles, managerial changes, recruitment swings, and inconsistent strategy. You can see the effect in the midfield. When United lose control in transitions, it isn't random. It's symptomatic. It's a lack of cohesion between role profiles, recruitment intentions, and structural rhythm. Carrick didn't create that problem, but is now tasked with containing it. His response to the off-field situation wasn't comforting soundbites. It was a reset of identity. His saying to the squad, "We're unified. We're intentional. We're relentless in structure." That's leadership. Control isn't only tactical. It's psychological. When players believe in the system, they execute with confidence. When they respond to distraction, hesitation enters. And hesitation costs dominance. Now let's be tactical. United's current midfield shape oscillates between vertical bursts and reactive circulation. It lacks consistent tempo control under pressure. That's a structural fact. When possession is lost, distances expand. Transitions become directional panic. Defense retreats without cohesion. That's not a lack of effort. That's a lack of coordinated identity. Carrick's words tonight are an attempt to unify context with performance. He knows the players respond to structure. He knows stability is not emotional. It's mechanical. It's programmatic. Leadership like this bridges the off-field noise and the on-field execution. His statement wasn't about optics. It was about signaling clarity in an environment where ambiguity has been the norm. Because when a club doesn't speak with one voice, the pitch hears the dissonance. This is why Carrick's response matters. It isn't PR. It's culture as a tactical foundation. Teams with unified identity control games. Teams without it react to them. Manchester United can look structured at times. But when pressure rises, structural cracks show. Not because players lack quality. Because profiles are not synchronized. Tactical cohesion is a product of culture meeting structure. Carrick just acknowledged that link. The test now is execution. If United's next performances mirror his words, calm, controlled, decisive, then culture becomes a competitive advantage. If they don't, it becomes coincidence. And at this club, coincidence gets punished. Because elite teams don't cope with distraction. They leverage identity. Manchester United's season now hinges on more than tactical tweaks. It hinges on whether culture and structure become one. If Carrick's leadership bridges that gap, then this story ends with performance. But if it doesn't, this moment becomes a symptom, not a solution. And that difference decides the rest of the season. Unlock deeper analysis and see the game before it happens. Subscribe to PulseScope Tactical. Hit the notification bell to join our next board session. Let's find the solution together.